Hello everyone. I thought I would do a short little tutorial showing how I set up my second season football game Excel score sheet. Say that 10 times. It's an Excel sheet for the second season football game. And I've done a lot of little things with it. This is version 4.1 and I'm constantly tweaking it, changing little things and I'm wanting to play Super Bowl 3, or I'm sorry, Super Bowl 13 with a home brewed set that I found on the internet for the 1979 season. The Super Bowl 13 was a game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and Dallas Cowboys. I think it's one of the best Super Bowls that was ever played. A lot of Hall of Famers played in this game. So the basic idea behind my Excel score sheet is that a single game will be one file. Yeah, and I have everything set up that if you wanted to print it off, each page would basically end up being one single sheet. Sometimes you might go to one front and then the back could be down here, but this is just a single. This is what I call the main page where you keep your main box score. Okay. Then I have a stats page where each team you'll fill out its own stats and I'll show you how to do that. And then each quarter will have its own play by play sheet. And this is one that at the end of each quarter you can add up the stats and write them down. But right now, we're just doing setup. Now, I've already pre-done some work. I went and downloaded some helmets. I used the helmet project. I went to a website called True Color, TrueColor. Search for it, and you can get I've got the team's colors so that I can change, because I like to change a little bit and kind of spruce up what you see. So the first thing I like, just a quick right click, get your picture right there, right click, change picture, this device, and you can if you got to go download them yourself if you want to use logos instead of helmets. That you that's your choice. I personally for football like the helmets, and I've already got and Pittsburgh's the considered the visitors, and you see it already puts it in. Yeah, it's already set there. You don't have to resize the pictures or anything funky like that. Now, the next thing I like to do is I like to, like I said, I want a little bit of color to remind myself of, hey, who's playing. So I went and looked at the colors, and if you go up here, get it off the picture, you go up here, and it's under styles. Let me, I got style one, style two. And if you right click style one, you click modify, and you can change everything about when you click this button. It's good when you click style one, it's going to change everything. So I'm going to change the feel, the background color to make it the Pittsburgh black. So we're going to go more colors, custom, and the Pittsburgh black is 000. So it's already there. So now when I watch what happens here. Well, okay, not gonna go yet because I forgot. I gotta change the font. And the font color, the color, we're gonna change it. More colors, custom. We're gonna go right here. The font color it's called gold. It's 255, 205, 0. Oop. Okay. 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 And now, see right there, everywhere that this style is used, it's already changed it over. Now I've got to go in. It won't change what's written. So you got to go in, and there you go. Right there, I've already changed I ain't had to go in. I ain't had to change a lot. Now we're going to do Dallas. And there's a couple thoughts on this. Once again, it's how you want to do it. Modify, format, and because one thought is, well, did you want to use all the colors? Because now this one might look a little weird because the colors they used, and I'll show you what you mean. It might not be completely legible. So, and some people you might want to do, okay, well, the home team, the home team was always, or the away team a lot of times uses white uniforms. Well, maybe that's what you want to do. I like as much color as possible because, like I said, I'm trying to spice up a little bit of color. 32, and just add a little bit immersion. But I wonder if this is not gonna how this is gonna look. Not bad. Well, we need to change that, and this is simple. Just go right there, put it at no fill. And there you go. And see, I've already got Dallas here. Now I gotta go right down here and hit the Dallas Cowboys. And this sheet is ready to go. Now you go right here to stats and you see it's already been changed for me. So all I gotta do, and the Dallas Cowboys. No, I'm gonna show you how this works. And you go first quarter. Now again, guess what? It's been changed, but now this, and here's how I do this. I go right click, copy, paste, because I know I looked it up. Pittsburgh actually kicked off, and that's how I do it. And we're going to erase the tendencies. I write the tendencies up here. And again, I'm going to show you how to do that. And I don't know what happened here, but this is easy. We're just going to delete these columns. Oop, I'll delete this column. And there you go. Look at that. Oh, see what I did? I forgot to change. I had Tampa Bay and Dallas and Pittsburgh. And there you go. We are about ready to start a game. But before we do, I want to put some information into these blocks, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But I've got to get a piece of paper out. So just a second. Okay, I may have been recording there by accident. I'm going to have to try to figure out how to cut that out. Well, okay, so here's how I do this. I'm going to put in some players' names here. Now I know Terry Bradshaw. And the idea behind these score sheets, now you might do it differently, but what I do is I like to have it where I, I score it or I keep uh, I write down the stats and you'll see how I do it after every drive. I know some people might try every play. That seems a little much to me. Um, and I really don't care to do it that way. And I'll show you an easy way to do it because you might be thinking, well, you got uh, 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 the uh, stats on one page and your play-by-plays on another page, and so you got to flip back and forth. Actually, no, you don't. I'll show you a little quick little clue thing that you can do, and this thing keeps track of everything punting. They had Craig Cole quit, and for field goals, I can't remember his name. I should Roy Girella. He was still kicking for them all the way in Jur E Ela. There we go. Okay, now, and don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. The way this works. Okay, so let's say Pittsburgh's just done a drive, and and on the drive, Terry Bradshaw threw two incomplete passes, so we'll have to put an X, and a 12-yard pass, an 8-yard pass, and he threw an interception. Okay, now you can see it already. It populates everything for you. It will not populate the touchdown, interception, sack, or yardage numbers. You have to do that yourself. Okay, it's just the way it works. Sorry, but it just won't. But there you already have it. It's already typed in. It does all the addition, all the subtraction. It does all of that for you. I see a little straight line, and any straight line bothers me. I don't know why the straight line's there. Okay, anyway. So and now Frank Ware's okay. On the drive, he ran 7 carries, 5 carries, he ran for 750. Then he lost 3, and then he lost 1. And you'll see it right there, and it adds it all up for you. And there's spacing here for like 30 carries on these two guys, and then not so much for these other ones. And you can see it right there, it adds up. And let's say Blyer ran for 8 and 2, and he's done, and it adds it up for you. So you have a team rushing. Okay. One thing I like to do is I'll show you. Let's say I'm done with the drive, and I want to remember where what. Just change these fault color. Just change the fault color. And now the next drive, if I go in, I'm making a mistake or something, I can go. Wait a minute, those have already been accounted for. I don't want to erase them or anything. And we're going to change back. Okay, reception, same thing. 32, say lost, tried to catch a screen, lost 5 yards, and it adds it all up for you. Punt returns. Let's say he fair caught the ball, then he returned for 8, then he lost 3, and you'll see it'll do your number, it'll do your yards, gives you a space for notes. Okay, fumbles lost, is right there. Actually, actually, no, I don't want to do that. I could, but I don't want to. Now, here, punting. Okay, he punted for 40, then he hit a big one for 55, but then he shanked it for 19, and you see right there it averages it out for you. Okay, you'll have to fill this out for yourself. Third downs. I like keeping track of third down efficiency. So, okay, he uh, uh, they had 3 third downs on the drive. Uh, uh, they made the first one. They didn't make the second one. And they had to go for it on 4th down. Then they made another one, and you can see it right there. It keeps track of it right there all for you. And basically, that's how you do the stat sheet. And the way I do this, let me show you how to do this. This is so cool. So I got my first quarter sheet here. I'm going to shrink this window down. So I've got it up. You go up to View, New Window, and it opens up the same file, just a new window. So I click right there to Stats, and I'm going to go up to View, turn off Grid Lines, put the page layout as page layout, and I can sit there and I can look at stats. I can see, okay, here's what this guy's stat is. Here's what this guy's stat is, and I can just play my game out right here. In fact, we're going to turn off grid lines. If you want to keep the grid lines, it kind of helps sometimes. Other people don't like them. And you can see, oh, while we're here, we'll do the tendencies. So Pittsburgh, okay, has a play call tendency on offense of +3, and Dallas on defense has a play call tendency of 0. So Pittsburgh's going to be at a +3, meaning they are going to be big time running. And on defense, Pittsburgh gives a Y +1. And Dallas now on their play call is a +1. Pittsburgh's defense is a +0, so +1. And Dallas's Y is going to be a rating of 0. And right there, and then I like doing that because now I can quickly look up. And honestly, by the time you do a game and you get into it, you don't even have to look up their tendencies anymore. But and then like us now, let's go back here. Now this stuff I have not automated it to fill in yet. It's something I'm looking at doing. Okay, where when you fill out the stat sheets, it automatically goes to here, but I'm not ready to I'm not ready to do that yet. It's close, but maybe version 5. I got information up here about the date, game. You can see the date, game. You can fill out your own information. You have to fill out this, but honestly, if what you do, you come right here at the end of your quarter. If you're going to do a quarter, or you did into the half, just set it right there and copy. Then come back here, paste, you're done. And here's how where you will keep your box score kind of thing. This is automated addition, so if it'll keep track of the core score quarter by quarter for you. And what I do, like I said, is okay. Uh, I have this filled out. We go in the second quarter, right click. Um, Actually, I'll show a little bit of this. So I don't put Pittsburgh all the way down. I wait and copy and paste Dallas in when Dallas takes over the ball. They're gonna have that, so Dallas will end up getting it probably. You never know; they may fumble or I don't know. First and 10 at whatever yard line, and if you don't want to type, I've got it set in here 1 to 50. If you goal line or all the way, now I'm honest with you, I type fast enough. I just type out where they're at, V or H for the visitors or home for the location of the ball. So like they're probably going to be on the home, and then the way I do it is going to be KO Durella, and I know what happened there. I have a football notation, and I'm gonna put it right here. So it's right there, but I keep my own football notation. I'll show you. But Jarrell, and then you're gonna have his yards. Okay, see his yards are gonna be right there. In fact, let me go to the template. Uh, this is, you see, I've saved it under Super Bowl 13, and I should have an actual template somewhere. If I can get it to open, why isn't it opening? Well, that makes me kind of aggravated. Well, let me look here then. Second season reference, football notation, It doesn't exactly have everything I want, but we'll do it anyway. And there you go. And this is kind of how, oh, no, no, no. It loaded up what I wanted. Okay, that's not what I wanted for. Would you believe I just did that? The file I wanted finally opened. And what do? I exit out of it. Okay, let's copy that. Come back to this. Pay. It's in that style. So let's go home. Normal style. There we go. And we gotta. There we go. And it's kind of my own. It's kind of like a combination of things I've seen over the years. But like I'll kick off Roy Jurella, how many yards he kicks, and then the returner, how many yards he returns. And then I've got it set up where whatever play you call. In this case, it'll be a kickoff, one for the offense, one for the defense. That lets me keep track. And I like keeping lots of notes. I'll use this little note session. Yeah, there was a pass rush, or okay, it went to the Y chart, or uh, even though I do the penalty in this area, I'll put a PN over here, or even a FU for a fumble, INT, something that, especially when I'm going back doing the stats, I go back and look at, oh, there's something right here. I'll try to do a little bit of a play thing and show that off. All right, I think that's going to be it for now.